Are you ready to join me in the Specters? Attention! User Polter has entered the fiefdom. Damn, this is weird. Alright. Let's just get this over with. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you're running late. Attention! User Advisor has entered the fiefdom. Greetings, fledgling king. Uh-oh. Congratulations for finding your way to the fiefdom. Simply getting this far is a massive achievement. Well, that's nice. I put that one in my pocket. Please, no. Unfortunately, just getting here is half the battle. Now you're going to have to defend said kingdom against unruly revolutionaries, hoping to tear down all that you've built. You with me? Luckily for you, your trusty advisor is here for you to help you get acquainted with the fiefdom system. With my help, you'll be running a tight ship in no time. Simply let me know when you're ready to start your journey, and we'll begin together. No. Fuck this, fuck you. After everything, now I've got to do some stupid tutorial bullshit? This whole thing is dumb as hell. But this is a whole other level. I'm supposed to waste my time with what? Not even a real member? Bullshit. Based on your comments, I think you have reacted negatively to the starting message, correct? No shit. In that case, here's a message left especially for you. Quit being a baby. Just go through the AI section. You're not special. Follow the steps in order. I agree, whatever. Ready to start this baby bullshit. Great. Let's get started, my liege. This sucks. To start off, let's teach the basics of peacekeeping. Goodbye. The Kingdom of Peacekeeping is a board 4 columns wide and 3 rows deep. The goal of peacekeeping is rather simple, to fill your kingdom with harmonious citizens. In this aim, you will be dealt 3 cards, which you can place wherever you wish. Once you have dealt all your cards, you will be dealt another 3, and so on until the game reaches a conclusion. Alright, simple so far. However, creating a peaceful domain is not as easy as task as it may first appear, of course. The cards you are dealt are not merely blank vessels, they have talents and desires. In other words, every card dealt has an effect and a revolt condition. When the board is completely filled, a revolution will be triggered. At that point, every card's revolt condition will be checked, and any cards whose conditions are fulfilled will revolt. Revolting cards leave the board and add their value as discontent. You lose peacekeeping when your discontent reaches a predetermined amount. You win peacekeeping when a revolution does not result in a single card revolting. I'm sure you're wondering what sort of cards you might encounter. Not really. Why, there are many, but let's just name a few. First of all, there's the Medic, with a value of 4. The Medic prevents any adjacent cards from being killed. Okay, good. Quite useful or troublesome, depending on circumstances. To clarify, if a card is killed, it is removed. It does not add to the discontent total. The Carrying Sword, the Medic only revolts if an adjacent card would revolt, okay? Next up, there's the Warrior, with a value of 5. The Warrior kills the highest value adjacent card. If that is a tie, it kills none, so 5s next to each other. A rather useful tool for cleaning up bothersome cards, though it can certainly backfire to wrong circumstances. The Warrior is Prideful type, revolting if adjacent to any card with a higher value. Okay. Commander, value of 9. The Commander prevents any higher value cards from being killed. Again, whether that's an asset or a liability largely depends on the board. The Commander thinks quite highly of itself. It will revolt if an adjacent to 2 or more cards of a lower value. Oh god, okay. You don't need to give them personalities. And finally, I should inform you of the most important card in peacekeeping, as well as the most powerful, the King. It has a value of 13 and an extremely important ability which prevents any adjacent card from revolting. A proper ruler is critical in maintaining a peaceful kingdom. Without a proper ruler, there's chaos. To the end of it, the king is killed. A revolution will immediately be triggered. Even if the board's not filled in this case, the king will revolt. Oh god, okay. It is the utmost importance that the king is protected. Okay. There are many other cards, but for now these 4 make up a suitable basis. Even with just those 4, it's pretty confusing. I don't know if I can keep that all straight. Seems as though you have expressed concern about remembering the cards. Correct? Correct. Fret not, simply hover over a card and the rules will appear. Well, that's great. You could have just said that. To make sure you properly understand the rules of peacekeeping, let me challenge you to some puzzles. I'm good. In these exercises, you will be given 3 cards. Okay. Unlike standard peacekeeping, a revolution will trigger after placing all 3. The goal is to prevent the revolution. Okay, let's go. Sounds fun? No. Huzzah! Time for puzzle 1. Okay. Kill. 5 is kill the highest valued adjacent card. If that's a tie, kill none. Kill the highest value adjacent cards. So here they would kill the 5. So this one should be here. And in that case, oh, they're all 5s. If that's a tie, kill none. Oh, it's all... Wait, so not there. Oh, can I not take it back? Okay. If killed, adjacent cards can't revolt. Oh yeah. If killed... Because this was a tie, now this is not a card, so the 4 will be killed. If a card with a higher value would be killed, it isn't. Revolt if adjacent to 2 lower card value. To 2 lower, this is both lower. But then if this one kills... Okay, let's restart. They're all 5s. But then if we put this one here, it kills that one. Oh, it already did. And then if this one will revolt because 2 lower, so then now it... Oh, wait. This one it kills, then... It's a tie, yeah. This one's going to revolt. Still going to revolt. Wait, did we now... This content score was really high. Wait, so... Then it removes that one. And that one. Higher value would be killed. It isn't. So we have to get this one away. Or that one. So... let's see what the score would be if we would place it like this. 18 is less. Is this good or bad? It's contained 32. Okay. They cannot revolt next to the king. This one will not revolt. If an adjacent, like here then. No. Adjacent cards. If an adjacent card would be killed, it isn't. Revolts if any adjacent cards revolt. But this one will revolt because he's adjacent to 2 lower cards. They cannot remove this one because well, the highest value card. That's this one. Oh, wait, unless I do this. Ah, okay. Congratulations. You solved the puzzle. Hell yeah. You're ready for the second puzzle. Wait, no, good luck. Oh god, here we go again. So, let's see. Revolts if any cards revolt. They don't. Folds if there's a higher card next to it, which is not. Not yet. Because we have 2 higher cards, so we have to remove them. For the highest value cards. Revolts if any cards revolt. So this one wants to be here, and then we can put the 9s here. Nice. Call that a puzzle. It appears you're ready for the 3rd puzzle. Oh, come on. Good luck. Okay, let's do this. So, nothing. If killed immediately to trigger... Oh yeah, don't kill this one. Adjacent cards cannot revolt, so that's good. If an adjacent card would be killed, it isn't. If any adjacent cards revolt, it revolts. Okay. So we cannot have any cards revolt. 2 lower values. But that would be bad. Unless it cannot revolt here. So it's safe. Don't kill the king. And don't kill the king. This contacts 5. Wait, why? That 5 disappeared. If that's a tie, kill the highest value adjacent card. If that's a tie, kill none. Revolt if adjacent to a higher card. Oh, okay. So we remove that one. And ooh. Nope, don't remove the king. So we remove that one. It removes the highest one. So we do have to put it here. But this one, 2 lower values. He doesn't want 2 lower values. Nope, that's the king again. If that's a tie, kill the highest value. If that's a tie, but the highest value is always the king, so we cannot put a 5 anywhere here. It can only go here. And its adjacents revolts if adjacent to 2 lower value cards. But all places have that. If adjacent card would be killed, it isn't. No. But then we have to... No, because the 4 is... No. Okay, so... all these places will kill the king. We can put the 5 here. Then... okay. So we put the 5 here. And the 5... oh, that didn't work. Oh, because now it's adjacent. No. Wait, so 5 here. No, that's the king. 9 here. 5 here. Jesus. If an adjacent card would be killed, it isn't. But I cannot change those. This is not adjacent, is it? then it's 2. So he does not like that. Oh, 4. No. Why did they remove? If an adjacent card would be killed, it isn't. Revolts if any cards did. Oh, because the 9 was here. No, the 5 was here. The 9 was there. No, the 9 was there. But if we put the 9 there and then put the 5... No. But we cannot move them, right? Yeah, now we remove the king. We cannot remove the king. The adjacent card is killed. It isn't. Yeah, but the 9, we cannot put it here because then it has 2 lower values. We cannot put it here because then it has 2 low... Oh, unless we put it here. And then remove that one. And we just need to put a 5 here where it didn't do anything. So stupid, you're completely lost until it makes sense. Congratulations, you solved the 3rd puzzle. Please don't let there be a 4th puzzle. Of course there is. Oh, you bested my riddles? Oh, thank God that's over. Who's this for? Who gets access to this program and can figure out how to work glorified mobile game? I think you might be ready for the real thing, you don't say. Based on your comments, I think you have reacted sarcastically to a prompt for the first mission. Incorrect. Oh, my bad. AI piece of shit. Based on your comments, I think you have insulted my honor. Correct? Nope. Oh, my bad. Let's just keep going, alright? Excellent. Time to put your peacekeeping skills to the test. Prepare for a proper duel. Fine, whatever. The rules of a proper duel are a little different. Yeah, how so? In a duel, there's a peacekeeper and a disruptor. Inspired names. Naturally, you, my fledgling king, shall play the peacekeeper. I shall take upon the reins of the disruptor. Cool. As explained before, in peacekeeping, you are dealt 3 cards. However, in a duel, the peacekeeper only plays the 1st and 3rd card, where the disruptor plays the 2nd. That's very annoying. The disruptor wins if a certain amount of discontent is accrued. The peacekeeper wins by constructing Peaceful Kingdom. Since we're playing with the starter deck, a discontent limit of 30 appears to be adequate. Now then, to the battle. Let us see your true mettle. Okay. So... let's just place it somewhere. If killed, immediately trigger revolt. The 9 doesn't want the lower cards. Okay, so let's make sure the 9 doesn't have a lower card. Would be killed, it revolts. Now it won't be killed. 5. Kill the highest value adjacent card. We put it there. Why didn't it kill it? Okay. Because now it's a tie. Oh yeah. Kill the highest valued adjacent card. Will be killed? It isn't. Oh. I made a mistake, I think. Oh. GG, easy. That worked. You managed it. I think you're properly prepared to be a peacekeeper. Of course. With this you have completed the introductionary sector of Peacekeeper program. Next time you'll have to prove you might with a proper duel. Next time. Until then, we're done for today. Wait, no. Thanks for being a stellar leader. Be sure to meet back here at the next assigned time. Or else. Or else? It's what? Attention, user advisor has left the fiefdom. Hold on. No way, you're kidding me. Really, that's it? I do some baby puzzles and this it? I'm left alone? I put aside a lot of time for this. Why the f do I need to come back later? Why are we not just knocking this all out at once? Hello? Damn it. I hate you people. Whoever. User Polter has left the fiefdom. Oh, damn. Act 1. Survival.
Human desires are fickle and cruel.
I
Not
thought it would
unlike
continue.
love, I suppose. In fact, it makes sense that the two would go hand in hand. What is love, if not a particularly deep desire? But love can be ignored. Love doesn't define you. Your desires do. Every waking breath, every act you take, they're all motivated by what you want to do. I know. If only those desires could be nice and simple, easy and attainable, safety, sustenance, prosperity, basic, reasonable things to want. But no, us humans are too evolved. We only desire what we can't have. One of God's cruel tricks, I think. He can't let us be content.
Aww.
Instead, he tempts us with impossible desires, inevitably leading us to ruin. Gosh, that all sounds rather dramatic, doesn't it?
A little bit
I
dramatic.
shouldn't be getting so moody. I don't have anything to be unhappy about. I have a really great family. My relationship with my brother is great, and my connection to my father has been on the mend. I'm about to reach the next level of my work. I have a perfect boyfriend.
Sounds like a pretty
What's
good
there to be
life.
happy about? And yet,
I feel
an
that.
unexplainable feeling in the pit of my heart. A coldness. A knowledge of something that I can't know to be true. Yet, believe all the same. I'm certain I will die soon.
Die?
I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't have any proof. But I'm certain. I've always been very intuitive. All I know is that I'm drowning. And in this confusion, my heart is crying out. But it can't be seen. I think that's why the Specters' desire speaks to me.
Oh.
I've never had much of an appreciation for art before, but this piece, it calls to me like no art has before. Its beauty. I found myself getting lost in it. Every time I go to see it, it's crazy to say, but it feels like the piece was crafted specifically for me. So, I've decided I want it for myself.
Chapter 1. Action Potential. My fingers gripped the cold metal doorknob. It was rather large for a doorknob, not comfortable to hold. My mind preoccupied itself with this doorknob instead of the actual task at hand. Ugh, how the hell did I let myself get dragged into this situation? Hey, what's taking so long? Move into the next room. The jeering voice from behind snapped me back to reality. I couldn't just stand there forever. But right as I was about to turn a cold doorknob, another voice barked out. Hey, I gotta use the bathroom. No way, not now. So you want me to piss my pants? Want to play with a piss pants? Quit it with the stalling. I'm not stalling, I gotta piss. Yeah, right. Okie dokie, gonna piss right now, be careful. Jesus girl, just take the old coot to the bathroom with ya. Fine, you explain the rules to the players then. I don't want this to take any longer than it has to. Gotta be. I get it already, let's go. The shorter of the two thugs turned back around, practically holding the old man by the scruff of his neck. I was left with just the larger of the thugs, and the other player. The man looked surprisingly sharp, considering he apparently had such deep depth. If you want to open a menu, press the mask button at the top right of the screen. Quick save, okay. Click the curtain to close it. Okay. Alright, let's keep this moving. On it. I tried to hide a bubbling panic in my voice and turned the doorknob to enter the stage of the deathmatch. The room seemed to be dilapidated kitchen, which made sense, seeing as we were in a dilapidated building. A fridge, plenty of cabinets, turned over boxes and bags, a dirty clock on the wall, all under a spotty light. A small safe sitting on a crummy table, a tape dispenser on a box, and in the center of the room, clear to see, a diamond ring sitting on a red cushion. I doubt it was actual diamond, considering. Still, it was a bizarre sight to behold. Alright, enough mucking about. I'm on the deadline, so I'm going to make this match quick. Are both participants ready? Ready and willing, good sir. Ready. Okay, then the match will start. Encounter start. And so we begin. Welcome, challenger, to your first encounter. Encounters appear when things get tricky and everything is put on the line. To get through them, you'll need a sharp mind and a keen eye. Fail and well, the consequences will stick with you. But don't worry, I'll guide you through the first encounter and teach you all you need to know. The well-dressed man I'd soon be facing leaned forward, grabbed my hand, and began to shake it vigorously. Sir Willard Chapman, my good fellow, pleased to be doing this battle with you. I trust there be no hard feelings, no matter what happens here.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Colton Hall, may the best man win. Colton Hall? Well, there's a strong name, if I've ever heard one. Good to make your acquaintance. My card. Without asking, Sir Chapman placed a business card into my hand.
Thanks. Sorry, I don't have a card to give you.
During encounters, Colton might observe various pieces of information that could be proven useful. Colton will store those pieces of information in notes. Press N to open the notebook. A business card I was gifted before the deathmatch. Not a lot written on it, just Willard Chapman, and then a series of separate lines. Pawnbroker, antiques expert, artifact. Okay. I glanced down at the card I was given before stuffing it in my pocket. You all done with the introductions? You're not here to play nice. You're here to win. Apologies, just showing some common courtesy. Yeah, don't do that. I'm just going to start explaining the rules and listen up, because I'm only doing this once. The game's real simple. Ooh. You're going to take turns being the hider and the seeker. Start of the round, the seeker is going to leave the room for 1 minute, and the hider can do whatever they want. After that minute, the seeker comes back in and has 5 minutes to open to do whatever except open the safe. Before those 5 minutes are up, the seeker has to make their guess about whether or not the ring is in the safe. Okay. If they guess correctly, they gain a point. On the other hand, if they guess incorrectly, the hider gains a point. Okay, makes sense. I took point to the diamond ring on the cushion. It was important. I looked closer and noticed I was sitting perfectly upside down, balancing on the diamond. I moved even closer and noticed something else. On the interior of the ring, the initials CR were inscribed. You done ogling the merchandise? Did she now put that here? Yes. Oh, right. As I was saying, the seeker has to guess whether or not the ring is inside the safe. The tug slapped the safe sitting next to him. If they're right, the seeker wins. If they're wrong, the hider wins. Got it? Yes. I do hope, and it's not hard. Every round you'll switch. Okay, let's go. No questions. So we're in a game. The annoying thing about games is that they can have an awful amount of rules. It's hard to keep track of them. Luckily, I'm here to help. Press R. Oh yeah. I have remembered it. It's not that hard. Maybe I was just too nervous as words stalled in my throat. Anything I wanted to ask just sounded stupid. Sir Chapman must have felt similarly, because I heard nothing from his side. Alright. On to the stakes. Such an interesting place. Can you imagine having two thugs in suits waiting for you to, do this? Roger, we got a problem. Word your side and rubbed his temple at a familiar pace, as though it was a well-practiced motion. What is it? Realizing who was missing, I had a horrid inkling of what the problem might be. The old dude bailed. Excuse me? Wait, you mean he ran away? The shorter thug shot a dirty look at me before turning back to his partner. Sorry, man. How the hell did you let him slink away? The bathroom. Oh, you didn't check that? We're on the second floor. You could limp while he walked. I thought we were safe. Ah, so the old man left through the window. Christ. We must have to talk about this later. But in the meantime, walking cobra turned his hungered stare in my direction, and my worst fears quickly began to realize. Shit. Hey, look, before Kenneth, you're the old man's designated rep, right? Which means you're a consignator to his debt. Your sponsors flown the coop. Ah, and so we fall into this whole story. That can't be possibly legal. It is. Not that it matters, no lawyers in this building, huh? As they got to proceed, the man to my right just stayed silent, not daring to speak up. He just stared at me sideways, with what at first I thought was a look of pity, before getting a second glance. The Honorable Sir Chapman was holding in a smirk. A sicko. Look, you can't do this. I've got nothing to do with him. Huh? Really? No, look, I know how this looks, but I'm telling you, I met him like 15 minutes ago. His rep player built on him and he was desperate. He begged me. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into until I had already walked into the building. I've got no trouble with any of you. Please, just let me go. I've got debts. There's no way I can pay off whatever the dude owes. We got ways of making you pay. I've got nothing to do with this. You signed a contract. No, I didn't. You're not listening to me. I'm not whoever this dude said I was. Uh-huh. You're not. I mean, check my phone. I can prove my identity. Let me be clear. I don't care who you are. You walked into this building representing the old man. You're responsible. We're making you responsible. A cold feeling finally sat at the bottom of my stomach, freezing the pit of my chest. I'd run out of fight, and I was instead frozen by my despair. How had I let this happen? My life wasn't great, but for it to get this completely ruined, in a span of 30 minutes, I had all of a sudden been thrust into a potentially life-threatening situation. Worse, it wasn't entirely my fault. Geez, kid, you gotta work on better excuses. You expect us to believe you just walked into $1 million gamble on behalf of what, a stranger? Wow. You gotta do better than that. I think that's exactly what we just did. I wouldn't believe me. I still couldn't believe my identity looking back. Still, it felt so innocuous at first, like the right thing to do. As I had been walking back to my apartment, though the shady side of Aurora, a rough-looking man jumped out at me. At first I thought he was going to be asking for spare change, but before I could deliver the bad news, he started explaining his situation. Apparently he had hired a gambler for some event, but said gambler hadn't showed up, and now he was panicking. He begged me to pretend to be the hired gambler. It was an insane proposal, and if I was smarter, I should have walked right past, but the man got on his knees and cried. He said he wasn't in a proper state to play any games, and that he needed to win this game, that his life depended on it. He also insisted it wouldn't take long, it wouldn't cost anything, I just needed to do my best. And some madness must have gripped my heart, because I said yes. If only I had asked for more details. As soon as I said yes, he was practically dragging me to this abandoned house, where I had met the two dogs and Sir Chapman. Roger asked if I was the operating substitute, and the man answered yes for me. Practically pushed by him, I found myself walking into the house. It was at that point my senses rapidly started to come back to me, and I started asking some questions. I learned that apparently the dogs worked on behalf of trained loans. Okay. And they were an entirely sketchy sounding service where you could take steep loans and a later date participate in a gamble in an attempt to have them erased. Well, that is something you don't want to be dragged in. If you failed to gamble, you'd have to immediately pay them back in full. If you couldn't, well, when I asked about the alternative, Calder's chuckled. Okay. It was such an absurd sounding idea. I wouldn't have believed it were it not literally walking into one such gamble. By the time I fully understood what horrible ideas coming here was, the shorter tug with a conspicuous pistol holstered to his side was already walking behind me. And so I kept moving forward, hanging on to the idea that at the very least, if things went south, it'd be the old man's head and not mine. Oh, what a naive hope that was. Oh god. Okay. Debts are forgiven if we win, and we can walk out. The loser will be forced to pay immediately. One way or another. Okay. Let's go. Things are getting heated. That's not good for Colton. And it's not good for you if you want to get through this encounter. You might notice the screen slide top left. Yes. That's your composure meter. And if you notice, it's taken a hit. You see, there's a limited amount of anxiety Colton can take before he suffers a breakdown. That makes a lot of sense. Your anxiety can increase slightly by making poor decisions. Okay. There are some mistakes that you can't recover from. Certain outcomes will result in an amount of anxiety, like failing a gamble and becoming saddled with an intense amount of debt. Which means you should talk about how you can recover. Okay, anytime that you recover anxiety, you can click on the composure meter. Go and try it now. Whoa, look at this stress grid. Okay, permanent stress lodging itself into Colton's physique. Pressing the block button in the bottom left will give you a stress block. If you do that, good news, whenever you press it, you regain 1 chunk of composure. Bad news, you're no longer able to leave the stress grid before placing said stress on the grid. Hence the name. When you click on the grid, you place the core of the stress on that space, alongside any connected pieces. Be warned, the moment you choose to take on stress, you have to place it. You can't make a decision of whether or not to place stress after seeing what type of stress you'll be dealing with. Also, if at any point Colton's composure is completely depleted, you'll be forced to take on 3 stress. Ah, okay, so we do have to do it every now. So better to deal with these things before they get out of hand. You see the explosion button at the top? Yep. If at any point you filled a row or column of the grid, simply click it and said row or column will clear. Ah, okay. Convenient, huh? Place your stress blocks in a strategic manner. Sounds good. By the way, there's a chance you find yourself in a situation where you can't place any stress, but you have stress to place at the same time. In this scenario, there's only one option available. Press the button in the right bottom, and the entire board will be cleared for you. Sounds like a good thing? Why wouldn't you do it all the time? You see, pressing that button is the devil's bargain. You clear your grid, yes, but not before having to roll the dice. Rolling the dice is simple as it sounds. You roll 2 6-sided dice. Then Colton takes the sum of the dice as mental damage. You may start at 100% mental stability, but if you roll the dice, it can drop swiftly. Yeah. What are the consequences of that? Well, it would be wrong to say that lowered mental stability will lead to major consequences. A man with a gun to his head doesn't exactly have the luxury to worry about having a positive headspace. Still, Colton's never had the firmest grasp on reality. If you're not careful, a grasp might start to slip away. To condense it into a few words, if you care for Colton, you would do well to avoid rolling the dice. Okay. To those beyond, I would ask that you engage with the system honestly. I understand that to an entity such as yourself, failure may hold no true weight given your powers. However, I do promise that no true ending awaits an undamaged Colton. No secret scenes that explain the universe will be rewarded for a flawless run. There's only you and your mistakes, with Colton being the measure of them. I found that in life, true enjoyment often comes with embracing such mistakes. But of course, the choice is yours. Now, normally you'd be able to exit stress grid by simply pressing back button to the left. However, for the purpose of this lesson, why don't you have to clear the anxiety by placing 2 stress blocks? Where are my stress blocks? Oh, here. Oh. How does this work? So we put it here. Oh, okay, so it's like a Tetris. And put this one here, I guess. Oh, then we there have one. Okay, and then soon we can clear one. Okay. Well, I don't have all day to waste. Nice. A lot of minigames and minigames with games. Let's go. To speed things along, I don't mind being the first hider. Colton, is that agreement amenable to you? Okay, sure.
Okay.
So he's going to hide. Let's do it. Okay, Chapman's gonna hide. I'll leave the room. He has 1 minute to hide the ring. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Colton needs to leave. The clock will start. Well then, get along. Wave me away, gesturing me to leave. Jeez, I got the picture. The room only had a single exit, so I grabbed the door handle and walked out of the room. Before I got any bright ideas, right behind me came Carl, the shorter of the thugs. Immediately he walked in front of me, placing himself in front of the other door. I wasn't escaping on his watch. That makes sense. I'd like to say this was an unnecessary caution, but that'd be a total lie. I would run so fast. I'd gladly run away if given the chance. What could I do? What would happen if... What did they mean by pay up? I mean, come on, it will be sketchy. Could feel my nerves acting off. My fingers began trembling. Oh, we're gonna get some anxiety, right? With some effort, I began to take deep breaths. Now wasn't the time to panic. In fact, there was nothing to panic about, at least not yet. It would all be fine if I could simply win this game. It was a pretty simple game. Type children could play. I wasn't all that good at games, but I wasn't that bad either, I thought. Right? I wasn't allowed to freak out for any longer, since moments later, I heard a voice call out. It's time to go back in. Okay, let's go. Deep breaths, calm mind. Okay, let's get going. Walking in, I was taken aback by how little had changed. In fact, was that... Well, yes, in fact, the ring was still sitting on the red cushion. It was no longer sitting perfectly upside down, but there it was, present as ever. I felt stress rushing away. That wasn't good. I couldn't get content yet. I looked to Chapman. Why didn't you move the ring? You noticed, did you? Well, to be honest, seeing the whole encounter with those brutes, it illuminated something for me. You're not meant to be here, are you? I felt like jumping for joy.
No.
I'm not. This is total misunderstanding. He nodded wisely. I thought as much. And then I thought, what right have I to make an innocent man pay for the sins of another? Naturally, I prefer my debts be relieved. But to get my neck off the profitable chopping block by damaging a totally innocent party, I just couldn't do it. Holy shit, dude, you're a lifesaver. I don't trust this. Oh well, what can I say? I believe a little thing called chivalry. I figured we'd just settle this quickly. To make sure this round was all as clean as possible, I didn't touch the ring. Possible lie. Yeah, obviously. Okay. Colored words, super important. Red words indicate that speaker may be lying. Okay. That's... I mean, he already said the ring was upside down now, so he did touch it. Okay. Be mindful though, just saying any old thing, the red text won't make a coherent argument. It's more likely to backfire. Make sure. I didn't touch the ring at all. No need to waste time breathing around the bush, huh? You're right. Thanks. That's an awful thought. And here I thought. As I was accepting Chapman's gift, something came across me. Something cold. A sense that I was about to make a critical mistake. Yeah, clearly the ring is in the safe. What was wrong with me? Sorry, I'm just getting overwhelmed by it. I'm repeating what you just said. Make sure... Oh, do I have to click on it? Huh? Yeah, wait. What did they just say? Huh? Oh. Shit, I got all confused. We're going through it again. What did it just say? Yeah. Oh god. Oh, I'm just clicking through it now. Wait, let's put some blocks in here. 1, 2, 3. Just so we don't accidentally, you know, die. Because that would be bad. And clear those rules. Okay. Possible lie. What did we have to do with a possible lie? Roll back? Oh yeah, that's just a little bit. Oh yeah. Can we do something with this? No. Oh yeah, here. He said, when I left, the diamond was perfectly upright, so we used a piece of information. That's where we have to click. I discovered it. Now it's knocked over. That right? I guess, well, when I got a closer look at it, it must have blown over. If it was balanced on its diamond, the lightest thing could have knocked it over. Right. Still, the cogs in my brain were beginning to turn. Mind if I take a closer look at the diamond? Sure. It's quite a little ornament. Maybe I was imagining it, but it felt as though I could sense a creeping nervousness started to infect Chapman's speech. I moved over and looked at the ring closer, studying it for details. If I could give myself one thing, I always had a keen eye for little things. Maybe those mindless hours of video editing had trained my mind to look for it. Regardless, something jumped out of me. The interior section of the ring is blank, no CR in it. Hey Colton, my main man, let's keep things moving, huh? There's not a lot to consider. The ring in your hands. The ring's in your hands. So what you should pick if you want to win is obvious, right? No, it isn't. This is a different ring. What? Ridiculous. You don't want me to win this round. You put the real ring in the safe. What a preposterous idea. I know how I may appear, but I do not simply have spare diamond rings on my person. Probably not. There might be spares in this room, right? It will make the game more interesting. I looked over to the toddler Chuck watching this play out. You maintained a solid poker face. Still, I knew I was right. Geez, Colton. Way to look a gift horse in the mouth. Why are you so certain that I'm trying to deceive you? Because like I said, that's a different ring. The original ring was inscribed with the initial CR. This ring inside's completely blank. Chapman didn't have a response to that. Man, I can't believe I almost fell for the trick. In my defense, how was I know these black suits, assholes who prepare dummy rings? How cheap is that? Whatever, I got through it. So I should guess the ring was hidden in the safe. It's possible the whole thing was some sort of double bluff. But considering I had relied on information it sounded as though he wasn't even aware of, I was probably overthinking things. Let's go. Chapman dropped to his knees. Please don't. Excuse me? I know, this is pathetic of me, but I have a family, I have 2 daughters, and I have absolutely no way of paying back these debts. But neither do we. I don't even am supposed to be here. Oh, he's begging. Suddenly I felt myself freezing up. Man, I needed to look out for myself. But could I really live with myself if I sacrificed a grown man pleading for mercy? As scared as I was, Chapman must equally be frightened. Are you being serious? Because, like, I'm not loaded either. I also don't want to be settled with some random person's debt. But you probably have some amount, right? I'm completely broke. Possibly a lie. He's wearing gold everywhere. Oh. Oh yeah. So if there's a lie, we need to use that. Okay, I needed to make a decision. The ring's in the safe. The ring's in the safe. Chapman just sighed, falling even further to the floor. I'm sorry, I really am. Time to check. Tuck walked over, opened up the safe, and sure enough, the ring was there. Point to Colton. I am really sorry. I can't pay either, you know. Chapman just glared at me. No, I get it. I know what type of person you are. I know you. Suddenly, I felt a pang of pain in my heart. Looking out for myself should be completely reasonable, and yet, Chapman's looks had hurt my soul. I always thought I was a good person at heart, but maybe I wasn't. Alright, enough chatter. Let's move to the next round. Well guys, let me know if you want to see the next round of this game in the comments, and then I will continue. Or if you're gonna play it yourself, let me know how it's going. And thank you so much for watching this video. I really had fun. I hope you had too with this silly, intriguing puzzle game. It's getting a little getting to know. It's nice that we went through puzzles with the cards. Then we had the story of the beautiful little depressed soul, and now we have the game. Will we go to the next round? Let me know.